Most failed Amazon sellers all make the same first mistake, and that's picking the wrong product. Don't be one of them. And that's why I made a 7-phase breakdown of number one, unique product, right? You need a unique product with low competition. You also need to review the barrier to entry. Make sure you get a good manufacturer, test the product overview, quality versus the top competitor, and then obviously optimization and launching the product. Now, it might sound super complicated, but finding a unique product isn't the hardest part, right? Because I already found a horse toy. It's like tug of war for horses. Who the heck would have thought? Anyway, they're making like $10,000 a month and the reviews are pretty terrible. It looks like they're out of stock for most of these and it's overpriced. So if you find an item like this, you love horses, you know horses, this is the item for you, right? So I already found a product. Finding a unique product like this is key. And in order to do that, you can use a tool called Helium 10. Links right in the description if you want a discount. They also have a free 7-day trial, or Jungle Scout, which is one of the easiest tools to use and find your own product, right? After you do that, and you found a unique product, right? Write a list of at least 10 unique products and then go through them and then see what's the competition like. Is there a lot of competitors in this niche? If there's a lot of competitors, you don't want to launch that product like a multivitamin or a supplement most of the time, right? So I just typed in horse tug of war, right? And there is the product I'm talking about. There it is right here. And is there any other competitors? Is this for dogs? This is for dogs. This is for dogs. Here's again another horse product. Dogs, dogs, dog. So there's not many. Oh, here's a horse. Nope, this is for dogs again. So pretty much there's almost no competitors for this. If there's not that many competitors, this is a good item to launch, right? As well as since this is for horses, I recommend that you obviously have a horse because you might launch a product and not know what the heck you're doing. But this pretty much proves that there is not that many competitors. We can go to the next thing, and that's going to be review barrier to entry, right? So is there any barrier to entries? If you're selling a kid's product, I don't care what it is, you need a special certificate now to sell it on Amazon. So what you can do is log into your Amazon Seller Central account, make sure you make one. You're going to go to catalog, add products, right? So let's go here together. And then under add products, you're going to see something that says compliance references, and you can do a self-assessment to see what your products need for compliance purposes. And this is going to take you here, and you can type in your product type. So let's say I want to sell, let's go all the way down to office products. And I want to sell writing instruments that have ink. And you can see if there's any requirements. Oh, you're not allowed to sell this on Amazon. Edible ink is used for coloring and decorating edible items such as cakes and confetti with printing edible ink. So you can't sell this on Amazon. So this pretty much tells you what you're allowed to sell, if there's any requirements to sell the items, right? Lubricants. You can see what you need to see more on the help page to see what you need to supply Amazon, any certifications, things like that. If it's allowed on Amazon, if it's not allowed on Amazon. Now, it might not have every product, but this does help. So just review if there's a barrier to entry just to double check. Once you looked at all of these, now you kind of narrowed it down, and then it's time to look at a manufacturer. Now you can go to Alibaba to find a manufacturer. Let's go to the next page. You can go to Alibaba to find a manufacturer or a manufacturer in the USA, and you just want to kind of just go through the list and talk to at least 3 different manufacturers so you can get 3 different prices. And you can see, do they answer your questions quickly? Is their grammar in English good? How many years have they been in business? Are they a verified supplier? On Alibaba, there's verified suppliers. Are they respectful? Did you do a test buy? You want to test their quality of their items. What's your rating? And you give them a rating, like 10 being perfect, 1 being terrible. And then you kind of just go through this, because if you work with a supplier and they're not nice to you, or they can't speak English well, or they don't answer questions quickly. Quickly is like every 48 hours, business hours. You might not want to work with them, right? And you just kind of just want to go through this little checklist. That's going to help you. And then the next thing is going to be, once you find a good manufacturer, finding out to make sure the product is good. So you're just going to double check the product. Does it have more than 10 competitors, right? That one only had like 2 competitors, the horse toy. You can do a profit margin analysis, right? And you want to see, does it have a 25% profit margin or higher? And I kind of have a breakdown right here. You can just choose ChatGPT. I already told you how to see if there's a barrier to entry. If there is a barrier to entry, can we get around it, right? Can you get the certificate? How much does it cost? How much time does it take, right? Things like that. Is it a seasonal product? Does it only sell during Christmas or Halloween? If you're selling Halloween costumes, that's a seasonal product. Is it a long-term product? Do you think it has a patent? Is it niche? Do you think China can come in and easily compete with the horse toys? Maybe. Are all the competitors making at least $5,000 a month or more? Yes. Would you rate the product? I'd rate it like a 8 or 9 for the horse toy. I need a horse. That's the thing. I would want to actually test the product with a horse and go to a horse stadium or whatever and be like, hey, I got this toy. You want to try it out and let me know what to make it better, things like that, and kind of go from there. Now, next up is going to be quality versus top competitor. And this one is super important. A lot of people skip this one. And that's getting your item. So ordering a sample, the exact item that you want from your manufacturer, and then testing it. So here's an example of the product, and then testing it versus the top competitor. So you're going to have to actually order the top competitor's product, test it out. You can always return it, measure it, take photos, pretend you're an inventor, and see, what does their product have that yours doesn't? Does it have better packaging, right? Look, it has different colors. Does it come with grease? Does it come with this? So what can you do to stand out, right? Also, you can look at the top competitor. This one is obviously making $100,000 a month, but look at some of your top competitors and really make sure your product is better than theirs, right? Or at least your price is going to be better. Like, something needs to be better than your top competitors. If you're going to sell the same exact product and list it for more, which I see all the time, you're not going to win. So you need to have something that makes you stand out. So don't rush the process of launching a product, right? And then finally, it's going to be optimization and launching. So you've narrowed it down. It's time to optimize and launch. And this is just having a little checklist: your SEO, your pricing, your main image, having a video, A+ content, right? And kind of just going down the list of things that you need to do step by step to have a successful launch on Amazon, right? And of course, I have some pro tips here, and this is going to help you be successful. Launching 3 products simultaneously increases your chances of success. So I would do a horse tug of war item, and then maybe a DIY birdhouse and a pregnancy yoga ball. So 3 completely different items. And you'd be like, oh, the horse tug toy is going to do the best. But then all of a sudden, the pregnancy yoga ball does way better than all of them, right? So you want to kind of have things in completely different categories. Your ad budget should be at least $750 to $1,500 per product. You can start low with $500 a month. If you don't have an ad budget, it's probably not going to work on Amazon, because Amazon's kind of run on ads. Of course, it depends. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but most of the time, right? But if you do need help on Amazon, you already sell a product or you want to sell a product, you can contact us or get a free listing audit. Come to our website. It's right in the description. Fill out your item. And then what we'll do is we'll go through your top competitors. We'll tell you how much your top competitors are making per month, right? What they're doing to make sales, why they're making so many sales, and how you can improve and beat them in the end of the day. And the best part is we're going to be completely honest with you. We're not going to be like your friends and just say, oh, yeah, everything's great. We're going to be completely honest right from the get so you can succeed on Amazon. But that's it for today's video. If you want more Amazon videos, tell me what to cover next in the comments. If you learn something new, drop a like. And if you're an Amazon seller, highly recommend subscribing to our channel, because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, anything mentioned in this video, like launching a product or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. Links right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. One of our most popular services is our full account management. We'll help you find products, optimize your products, do your designs, run your ads, increase your sales, and of course, calling Amazon for you. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, signing out.